Good morning. Welcome to Friday's devotional. This week I was kind of faced with a challenge this week. I could stick to my values and stick to that biblical worldview, or kind of conform to some of the social issues of the day. And I ran across this devotion I thought I would share with you this morning. We're often faced with this challenge. Our world is advocating certain values, certain teachings, and then we as believers have this biblical worldview, and it's a challenge. How do we stick with that biblical worldview? And as I was thinking about it, there's no middle ground. Either you're going to conform or you're going to be transformed. And that's a choice we have to make. And then the story of Daniel gives a beautiful picture of that. Daniel was taken captive by the Babylonians, and he had to make a choice. They took him captive, and does he eat the king's food? Does he compromise? Does he conform to the Babylonian society and live like the Babylonians? Or does he stick to what his heart says and what his values have taught him? And we run into that. And fortunately, Daniel stuck to his guns. Daniel stuck to his values. He said, you can change my name, but that's not going to change my heart. You can change my clothes, but that's not going to change my values. You can change my address. I might not be in Jerusalem anymore, but you're not going to change me. And I think that's a challenge we all face. We have to make that choice. Am I going to stick to my biblical worldview, or am I going to conform to society and to what society says? And that's a challenge for us to do, and a challenge for us to live. But here's what God says. Do not conform yourself to the standards of this world, but let God transform you inwardly by completely changing of your mind. Then you will be able to know the will of God. So I want to encourage us to stand strong like Daniel. So don't conform to what the world is saying. This is acceptable. This is the new world today. This is where everybody's at. There's a biblical worldview that we want to hang on to, that we want to proclaim. It's not my ideas. It's not your ideas. It's a biblical worldview. So I just want to encourage you guys to stand strong. It's a challenge today. They call us names. They say different things. But you know what? God's word has stood the test of time. God's word is true. And so I encourage you to stand firm. And let me quote this verse here for us. Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourself fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. Stick with God. You'll never regret it. Stick with God and you'll be blessed. So I just want to encourage you. Let's not conform. Let's be transformed. Let God do a great work in us. I pray that's what God does in you. I love you. I love what God is up to. I love what God is going to do. He's a great and mighty God. So I love you. God bless you. Take good care. I'll see you Sunday. We're going to have a great message talking about what do you expect? What do you expect? And we're going to have a great time together in God's Word. So I'll see you Sunday. God bless you. Love you.